anyone who isn't already aware, why don't you start off by telling me a little bit about the story of the film?
It's a story about a kid, a 10 years old kid whose name is Felix, and it's a little kid who's afraid of everything, and very sensitive, and then we realize that the world that he's actually evolving in is might be actually quite scary for real and dreadful. But basically, it's the fears come from his imagination and from the things that he understands, because he's both lucid like kids are, in many sense. Because I think that kids in general understand more things than we think they do. But some point, of course, because he's so innocent, the reality gets distorted by his own imagination.
Where did your inspiration come from?
What the kid is experiencing in the film is basically what I experienced as a child. Sometime in a worse manner, and sometimes in the least dramatic manner, I would say.
Why do you think independent film is so important to the industry?
It's the basic of filmmaking. I mean, I don't think that no one started by making blockbusters. Everybody started somewhere in small films. It's and I think that the fact that you remain independent is more about being creatively free, and that's the most important thing that I think it is. It's like nobody can tell me what to do or what to remove from my film, and I'm my own masters. Of course, it's a work of collaboration, but to me, it's the most important thing is to have the final word on every creative aspect of my own film.
Do you have a favorite British independent film?
I have many, of course, because I consider that the directors I admire come from the independent world, more or less. But one that was a good example because it was radically independent, and that it's still a model and an influence and somebody for whom I have a lot of admiration, because I think he defined independent cinema in a way. He was even financing his own film. I think I would say John Cassavetes.
Why do you think festivals like Raindance are so important to the film industry?
It allows us to share our films to a different public. I mean, and the main reason why I do films, and I guess my colleagues are doing films, is because we hope that they will find an audience. And a festival like that, which is more open to auteur cinema and independent films, is extremely important, because then we come here with different people from all over the world, and with the directors from all over the world, and we have the chance to share this experience and to meet the public. So it's great.
And what do you hope the audience takes away from your film after watching it?
I hope they will be able to get a personal experience with the film, and not seeing it with a distance. I hope that they can start to think about maybe their own childhood or experience, or questioning things, or I hope they will also end up with having more questions in their heads, positive questions, than definite answers, because I rather films that ask questions than give answers.